It works with PTV, vZoom, vSim, vSwalk, as well as Vistro. Before I get into PTV Hub and how it works with our desktop software, just take you through some of our mobility tech suite. A lot of you might be familiar with our modeling, planning, and simulation software, like vZoom, vSim for traffic simulation, vSwalk for pedestrian simulation, Vistro for intersection capacity analysis. We also have some other online tool other than PTV Hub. We have Access. Maybe you're not too familiar with it, so it's also a relatively new software for accessibility analysis. We also have something called Model to Go. So this is actually we have a Model to Go team to help our customers set up traffic model in a very efficient manner, both on the supply side as well as on the demand side. And then we have PTV Lines, which is also our online tool for public transport planning. And then, of course, we have PTV Hub. And then moving across to management and prediction, we have PTV Optima as well as PTV Flows. So these are our real-time online short-term traffic state prediction solution. And then we have something called Centrax. So Centrax is actually not under PTV, it's under our sister company called Econolite. So Centrax is for adaptive signal optimization control. And then moving across, we also have on-site traffic infrastructure as well, now that we have our sister company under Umovity. So we have things like controllers, cobalt controllers, cabinets, Evo radars for detections, autoscope vision, and other type of detection. So basically, all these on-site traffic infrastructure, as well as Centrax, are under our sister company, Econolite, whereas the others that I mentioned before, modeling, planning, and management and prediction solution, they're under PTV. So now, together with Econolite, PTV, and Econolite together, we provide an end-to-end solution all the way from hardware to software to prediction, real-time management as well. Okay, so that's an overall picture of what we offer, but today we'll be focusing on PTV Hub, our online platform solution. And it works with our desktop solutions like vZoom, vSim, vSwalk, and Vistro. Okay, some of the core functionalities of PTV Hub. So it provides a centralized location for you to manage your licenses. So for large organizations, when you have many different licenses located in different offices with different software, with different dimensions, sometimes very difficult for you to actually manage all these licenses. So PTV Hub provides a very easy centralized location for you to basically centralize the management of your licenses. So it's much easier for you to retrieve your licenses, to monitor the licenses, to understand the status of your licenses. Also make it easy for you to perform your renewal management for your licenses. So that's the first one. The second one is workspaces. So under PTV Hub, you can set up different workspaces. So first of all, let's say for your organization, you have a PTV Hub account and, I don't know, maybe you have 50 users under the same PTV Hub account, but maybe these 50 users are under different teams. Maybe you have 10 people working in Australia, so you can group them together under the workspace Australia. So only these users will have access to the online model that you upload under the workspace Australia. And then maybe you have another workspace for the team in Singapore, and only those users under this workspace will have access to the projects under all the Singaporean projects, and so on and so forth. It will become clearer when we do the demonstration later on. Model management. So I mentioned before, PTV Hub works with vZoom, vSim, vSwalk, and Vistro. So you still work on your model on your desktop. So you still use your desktop licenses to create, to modify your models. But now with the integration of PTV Hub, you have the opportunity to upload your model. Okay, so there are different reasons for you to upload the model. For example, you may want to tap into the cloud computing to run your model so that you don't have to use your own IT infrastructure. Okay, that's one. Another one is maybe you want to share the model in a among your users in your team, or even with your stakeholders, or even with public. So that makes it very easy for you to collaborate and manage and share the models with different members within your team and also with external parties as well. I mentioned before cloud computing. So yeah, once you upload the model, you can tap into the cloud computation to run your model, for example, to run your parallel scenario simulations in vSim, or to run your different operations under vZoom. So you don't have to make use of your own IT infrastructure. The other good thing is that once you upload the model onto the cloud, you can get the model running on the cloud, but at the same time, it frees up the license resources on your desktop. So you're not using your own license on your desktop to run the model. Okay, so the model has already been uploaded on the cloud and it's doing its own thing running on the cloud. But so that gives you more resources at the desktop, so you can use your desktop license for doing other things. So that's cloud computing. Last but not least, dashboards. So under PTV Hub, you can create different dashboards for analysis and for visualization as well. So there are different forms of dashboards that you can create. So first of all, you can create multiple widgets under each dashboard, and for each widget, you can have different formats. It could be chart, graph, tables. You can even have animations as well. So for example, if you want to run the animation of your vSim simulation, you can create that in the dashboard. Or if you have run an SBA model, you want to run the moving dot visualization under the PTV Hub, you can do that as well in the dashboard. So there are many different things that you can visualize and analyze in dashboards. And the other good thing is that you can share what you've created in the dashboards with other team members and also with the public as well. This kind of repeating what I was saying before, the core functionalities of PTV Hub. Just to recap, with PTV Hub, the core functionalities include license management, so it centralizes the management of all your licenses, models, so model uploads for collaboration, for sharing, cloud computation as well, to tap into the cloud computation to run your simulation and operations. Dashboards, you can create dashboards for visualization and analysis. It says coming in early 2025. We're not in early 2025 anymore, so workspaces are already available. Yeah, so you can create different workspaces under PTV Hub. So why PTV Hub? Okay, where is the motivation coming from? So we have been talking to a lot of our customers, and this is the constant feedback that we're getting from our customers. They share that it's very difficult for them to share and collaborate. When you kind of work in silo, it's very, very difficult for you to share, especially for large models. It's not possible for you to email the model. And sometimes, the client would need to have a license in order to open the model. So that's one of the pain points that they're facing. Another comment is that they need better way to set up and manage licenses for their teams. Like I mentioned before, if you're working for a large organization with different offices in different locations, sometimes it's very, very difficult for you to manage different licenses with different dimensions, different configurations sitting under different offices. Another pain point is it takes too long to run the model on a desktop. So understanding these different pain points, that's the motivation for us to create PTV Hubs, which exactly address all these pain points. With PTV Hub, you're able to collaborate and share large models very easily. You're also able to set up and manage your licenses in a central location. Like I said, you can tap on to the cloud computation to run your model, your different scenarios as well in PTV Hub. This is all just kind of repeating what I was saying. Yeah, so license management, model upload for sharing and collaboration on the cloud, on cloud computing, creating dashboards for analysis and visualization. Also, it consolidate your desktop subscription. Yeah, with one account basically. So PTV Hub, who do we design it for? Basically, it's for everyone. It's for modelers, it's for reviewers, for stakeholders, because with PTV Hub, that makes it very easy for us to share the model, to collaborate on working on the model. Also, it's very easy to share the results or to share the inputs, for example, with stakeholders, even with the public as well. You can create a link and then you can just send a link to anyone, and anyone just click on the link and then they can look at the dashboards that you create without sharing the actual model itself. Decision makers as well, because with PTV Hub, you're able to create very easy to understand, user-friendly dashboards, make it very easy for decision makers to understand what message you're trying to convey. Public users, I mentioned before, you can share your results, share your inputs with the public without actually sharing the model. So sometimes, you may have very sensitive information in the model. For example, your assumptions that you make or the inputs, the land use information. So that makes it very easy. You can set up different security level. Maybe for modelers and reviewers, they can actually go in and change the dashboards. But for public, they can look at the dashboard, but they can't change anything. So you can set up different level of securities. And yeah, and basically the public can only see what you are prepared to share without actually sharing the model itself. Also for IT administrators as well, because we are centralizing everything under PTV Hub in terms of license management, in terms of all the users, in terms of the account. We all have one centralized account for each organization. So yeah, it's also make your IT team life a lot easier as well with PTV Hub. Okay, I'll play this video. I'll just mute this. And just to give you an idea of what PTV Hub looks like, Yao will take you through in more detail later. So this is the dashboard of, sorry, not the dashboard. There's the, let's say the homepage of PTV Hub. So I don't know if you saw just now, this video is very fast. So you can tap into the cloud computing to run your scenarios. So this is the license management, workspaces. This is going way too quick. Dashboards. Yeah, so here there's where dashboards, you can show different this is going too quick. Okay. So this just to show you how you upload the model. This video is going way too fast. Okay, this is a dashboard showing different widgets, and it's interactive as well. You can go into the widgets and make changes, change the display as well. I think I'll leave it at that. This video is going way too quick, but yeah, we'll take you through in more detail. Before I hand it over to Yao, we also offer a 1-month evaluation license for PTV Hub. So if you're interested to try it out, please contact sales.asia@ptvgroup.com, and our salespeople will contact you to organize a 1-month evaluation license for PTV Hub. Okay, I will hand over to Yao to take you through the demonstration. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, David. Can you see my screen?
Yep.
Okay. Thank you, David, for the introduction. So yeah, I will go through PTV Hub and also the overview as well as the key functionalities very soon. And also before that, we'll want to mention a few things about the new features that will be coming soon in PTV Hub. One of this will be the cloud-based commenting functionalities, which we can basically with the desktop product of vZoom and vSim as well as vStore, we can add comments on links, nodes, connectors, and also other like zone attributes, and we can check different comments by revision. So these comments will be also synchronized to the Hub products. We can also integrate this kind of comment across different workspaces and place at any object, any location, or on a list. So it is also synchronized with the network editor. So if your colleague is working on the model as well, if they send a comment or maybe they have made any modifications and add certain notes here, so then you can see immediately on your network editors. So yeah, this is an example illustration of placing some comments and notes around the vSIM in the junction areas, and also with Vistro as well, that you can create multiple comments and then you can co-work on the model with your colleagues. Other topics that will come soon in Hub by end of the year will be model scripting. Currently, there's been no scripting functionality allowed in the Hub environment. So, but we will be adding this new scripting API for the cloud computations and also for VAP signals. And also another functionalities is to adding the turn movements widget for the dashboard so that you can also visualize the turning volumes as well for vZoom and also for vSIM. It's also possible to report on the license usage for the administrations. Okay, so then we will jump right into the demo right now. So the first demo I'm going to do is basically give you an overview of PTV Hub and understand the landscape and how it looks like. So how do you access to PTV Hub? So first you can search for PTV Group and then you can go to the homepage for PTV Group. Then on the right top corner, then there is a possibility right now to log in to your account. So if you have a PTV Hub license and subscription, then you can register your account and with a password and IDs, and then you can log in directly through PTV Group homepage. For example, if I log out right now, and then I can click, and then here, then you can put your emails and password, and then you can sign in to PTV Hub. Okay, so enter to PTV Hub. So as you can see here, this is the overview, the homepage of PTV Hub. You can see that there's a user management, there's a license, apps, workspaces, models, and dashboard. And also here, there's a possibility that you can contact the salesperson, and also you can send any support queries in terms of PTV Hub. And you can also see certain characteristics and also the configuration of Hub in terms of how many storage spaces is allowed for this Hub subscription. In this case, for this subscription, it's allowed for 700 gigabyte of storage space and also up to 200 dashboard and about 60 hours of calculation times and 200 public link allowed. And here is also showing you how many has already been used. Okay, so we'll go through one by one. So first, let's take a look at the users. Just now, David has already mentioned about the user management. So here, in terms of the users, we can take a look at the current number of users within our subscription. So it's PTV internal colleagues. And then you can also invite new users. You can type in the emails and then select the role. Either they can work as administrator or editor and viewer. So if they are at the administrator, then they can also invite other people. Otherwise, they will be mainly editing and taking a look at the models and the dashboards created in Hub. Okay, so then I can come back to the homepage. So the second functionality is the licenses. So with PTV Hub, then this is a new way of managing your licenses. So no longer you don't need to actually activate the ticket code or basically to have a hard dongle. Then with the PTV Hub, so once you have a Hub subscription, so your account, your email account will be already associated with Hub. And then you can also log in to PTV Hub on the desktop PTV vSIM and vZoom products by click on the sign in on the right top corner, click on the sign in, and then there is a PTV user signing in. And now then you are directly logging in and you will be able to use the PTV Hub licenses directly with this sign in page. So this is much easier comparing to previously you need to activate or deactivate the licenses, and it's easier to basically, so the Hub subscription, you can also allow multiple users to work on the same models and also same Hub subscriptions. Yes, so back to Hub. So let's also take a look at another aspects, which is the workspaces. So for the workspaces, it's kind of like a project folder. So you can add different workspaces, and then your colleagues who is assigned to this project can work together with you on these project folders. As you can see here, there's already a list of workspaces created for our colleagues in different regions. And also I created one for the demos for Hub webinar. So I can also demo how to create a new workspace. For example, I can create a new workspace 2025 Hub webinar. And then I can put it same name. And also you can give it a short description and then you can already start to select which colleague of yours that you want to add as a users to access to this Hub instances. Then you can add them as a users and whatever dashboard or visualization or models that you upload or created in the this particular workspace will be shared with your colleagues. And you can also take a look at what other documents or other files that they are working on under this project folder. Okay, yes. And then I will also show you how that you can upload the models to the same workspaces and then start to create a dashboard visualization. So I'll come back to the dashboard. As you can see here, there are already a list of all the dashboard available under this Hub subscription. So there's multiple workspaces, all the workspaces, all the related dashboard are shown here. You can see which dashboard is created by which colleagues and at what time modified, and also the workspace tag, so and the name of this dashboard. And then now I can filter. For example, I want to take a look at the 2025 Hub webinar, this workspace I just created. Then you can see that currently there's no data or no dashboard associated with that. So that then now we can get started from scratch how to upload the data and models to Hub and then start to create that dashboard. So I will come back to vZoom and come back to vZoom and vSim. So these are one vZoom model and one vSim model that I currently open. So this is a vSim model for one junction in Hong Kong. So we created this one for the demo purposes. This is in the Yaomate. So there's pedestrian crossings, and also it's a very busy intersections in Hong Kong. And also you can see the pedestrian crossings and also signalized intersections. So we will basically export the data from this VC model to PTV Hub, and as well as the trajectories. So we want to also visualize the simulations that the same that we visualize here in vSim, the same vehicle trajectories. We want to visualize this in PTV Hub as well as animation. So what you need to do is to visualize the animation is basically to from the animation recording. For example, from the presentation, you need to activate the record animation and also open the animation recording and add a new animation recording. Click on the green plus icon, and then here the type of animation recording, if you click on the drop down menu, then you can see the third option is for dashboard, and then you can put it in name, so vSim trajectories for Hub. So once you choose the type for dashboard and then you rerun the entire simulation, then the vSim will create one particular files that can upload for the trajectory visualization in vSim. So this is dash data files, and then you can upload the models and also this trajectory data into Hub. Okay, so let's practice from files. I can click on export. And if you have a Hub enable license, then you can click on the export to dashboards. Okay, so then the export dialog select data has pop up. Then you can select this different type of data that you want to export. For instance, here I want to export the links, data associated with the links, including the speed, the density, the delay, and then associated with the queue, and also the vehicle travel time, vehicle input. So there are two vehicle travel time created in this model, so this data will be exported. Then you can choose which simulation run that you want to export. For instance, I want to choose the second one, and because I have completed this one, and then just now the one I just interrupted in the middle. So the time interval you can select from 0 seconds to 3,600 seconds, or you can also select maybe only the first 1,200 seconds and so on. So that you can also click on whether you want to also get the averaged aggregation of the data or you want to export the raw data. Okay, click OK. Then you can see that the export, so it will ask you, so which workspace you want to store this exported data. So I want to select the first one, 2025 Hub Webinar. This is a new workspace, so I will create a new model. So it's urban intersection. And then you specify the scenario that you want to create it inside. And so once you imported this, then you can hit the export button. Then the export is currently in the process. And you can see the export is basically in the background where that you have the PTV Vision data transfer tool. And then this is currently uploading the this vSIM model into the dashboard. And then after a while, let's come back to the dashboard. After this is completed, then we can refresh and then take a look at the data. That the data will then appear to the PTV Hub dashboard under the data tab. Okay, so this will take a few seconds. So then let's take a look at the dashboard, the one that I already created, pre-prepared for this session. So this is the demo for PTV webinar. So I have already created and uploaded a few models into these workspaces, and then including just now the Hong Kong model, and also including the trajectories. So you can see the trajectories uploaded and also together with the different type of data for the Hong Kong model, including the length, levels, links, queue counter, segment, the vehicle travel time. And then based on this data uploaded, then we can already start to create a dashboard. And our target is to achieve, let's say, this one. This one I just created. So we will basically show you how to create such visualization with PTV Hub for vSIM. As you can see here, this is one of the widget which is showing the vSIM trajectory for this Hong Kong intersection. It is basically also showing the signal status as well, the signal head status, and also showing the queuing behaviors, and also showing the vehicle's acceleration and the vehicle's status and the speed as well. And then within this dashboard, you can also see other data such as queue lengths with different time intervals, and also the travel times, basically across different time interval for the two travel time measurements. And now we can then practice how we can create such dashboard from scratch. So here under dashboard tab, we can click on the add dashboard. And then here, there's different options to add the different widget. For example, you can add the map related widget. You can have chart related widget, data as tables. Slicers is more for, let's say, toggle through different scenarios or different attribute. And also you can add the text. Okay, and here is a quick start that you can, coming from your data, then you can quickly start some widget from this quick start. So I can first create one animated dashboard. So then from the edit, here I can select the data source. I will select the vSIM Hong Kong model, the trajectory I uploaded, and then this is currently being added to the model, and you can see the background map as well. So the map can be also changed to different map styles. If you click on the map settings, and then you can see there are different map styles. For example, the dark, you can also change to dark colors or other type of or no maps or other type of grays or light or so on. So let me change to gray first, and then I can add different layers for the visualization of the trajectories. So the first one, we can show the vehicles in the network, and I can put the color based on the different attribute. For example, here the speed, for instance. And you can see comparing to configuring the visualization in vSIM, if you configure the visualization hub is much easier. So there are a lot of templates and different color template that you can choose from. Here the attributes are being uploaded and also the values uploaded. So we can choose the color based on, for example, here the speed. And I can also change the number of elements and the different colors that I want to show. For instance, I use this one. Let's say you can also edit the step sizes and also the first class for the speed display. And also you can choose either you want the vehicle to show in the fuzzy styles or the solid dots here. Unfortunately, we cannot show in 3D as what we show in vSim for the vehicles, but we can show here as vehicle trajectory as points. Okay, so here I use the fuzzy styles, and then coming back here, I can also add a few more attributes. And we can also add the information, the point layer about the signal heads. So you can choose signal heads and signal state. And then you can configure your signal states as well. And other information, also including adding a trail layer. So you want to potentially add a trail for the vehicles in the network. So the trail could be based on the different data here. So I can choose the trail based on the driving state. For instance, whether it's braking or whether it's queuing or whether it's, changing lane or not. So you could have different colors and for the trail. And then I can also change the map to, let's say, the dark color. So it's much easier to visualize the status right now. So it's very obvious that from this hub dashboard that you can see that so the west to east direction is basically very congested and northeast bound is basically free flow. So that it's much easier that you can communicate this idea with either the end client, the management, or with other colleagues. And if you have any comments, for example, then you can very easily select any objects here and add any comments to check whether the data is accurate or not. So very easily, this is how that you can create in vSim the 3D the animation, and then you can also rotate it around to see in 3D environment as well. Okay, so this is one of the potential displays. So I can make it a bit smaller. So here under the hub dashboard, you can also create add multiple widget in one of the dashboard. And then for instance, here, I want to also take a look at the static data. For example, I want to take a look at the road network data. Want to have a more detailed view on the VC model. For instance, I can click on the links and I can display it based on the display type, for instance. So then here, then you can see directly that it has a display of the same network structure, the links, the connector, the pedestrian paths, the same information that you basically show in vSim that now can be also shown here in the hub. Okay, and another possibility is that you probably want to display also the information about the speed, for example. I want to see the or delays or the other type of relevant data. So here I can also show the link related delays. And I can change the drawing mode to color scheme for segment, and then delay. I can choose the colors will be based on the delays, and then there's different time interval. So I could choose to select the different time interval, and then you can see how it changes across the different time interval. So once you do that, then you can see that because this data of delays associated with different time interval, so you can see here, I can toggle through the different time intervals. There's also drop-down menus so that I can first take a look at the first 600 seconds and then move to the next interval. And you can see also how basically the queue and the simulation result has changed across the different time intervals to display here as well. And you can also show for different simulation runs or different vehicle classes. Okay, just now we mentioned about the comment. For instance, I click on one of the attribute here. Okay, first, okay, let's maybe add a few more widget about the charts. Let's add also one of the bar chart or line chart. Let's say first add a bar chart. We can show the travel time measurements. in the chart. So that here from the same BC model, let's click on the travel time. So I can show the vehicle travel time measurement. And here it's very easy to configure the chart as well. I can select the name of the travel time measurement that I want to show and also the result. For instance, here is the travel time for different time interval. Okay, then you can see clearly the north-south travel time. This is showing the average. You can choose either it's average or the maximum, minimum, or so on. So I can show the average. Then you can see the average travel time from the north-south. It's much lower than comparing to the west-east direction. So you can also very easily to show the data in the chart. And here, finally, you can also add either tables or text. So for instance, here I can add a table, and here is also showing, let's say, the top 10 links with a delay. For instance, here I can choose the data as well. Or I can show all the data from the queue counter. So it's up to you. I can choose the delay measurement, vehicle delays. I can choose the vehicle delays. And also possible to display the vehicle delays for the different time intervals. You can also show the IDs, the names, and also the numbers and so on. So all this data can be also configured. So besides that, we can also show another items. For instance, I can delete this one and I can add also a text. So for instance, here you want to add a description of this model. Basically, it's showing it's a Hong Kong Vissim demo model of the vehicle trajectory and delays and travel time. So you can add this kind of notes as well, so that when your colleagues is checking this dashboard, it's very easy for them to take a look at the notes and also add further comments as well from the text as well. Okay, so this is the creation of the dashboard for VSIM. I can also show you some other dashboard that we have already created. For instance, including a VSIM scenario comparison. So I have uploaded one of the VSIM with 3 scenario. One is unsignalized intersection, another one is a signalized intersection, the last one is a roundabout. So you can see that we uploaded the result for the different 3 different scenario as well. And then here there's an option to configure a scenario selection. And then you can toggle, select all the 3 scenario you want to display. And then here you can click through the different scenario and you can show the result for roundabout and then show the result for signalized and unsignalized intersections. And also the time intervals can also be synchronized together with the map. So it's much easier that you can configure such result to communicate the ideas with the management, with the different stakeholders and so on. Some other potential visualization, we can show you one of the model for Singapore. So this is a dashboard of the Orchard Road, a Singapore model, which consists of the network with links and connector. We can display also the network structure here, showing the links in red color and connectors in the blue colors. And here we can also show add another dashboard for showing the level of services on the link segments with different color display and also showing the nodes, the location of the different nodes, and if there's results of the level of services, can also show the different color level of services. The pie chart here is already showing the configuring to show the average level of service observed at each node. So if I click the edits and I can also see what kind of data is being displayed, and I can change also the display of the different colors very easily as well. Okay, so these are the information for creating dashboard in VSIM. So with VZoom, it's the same similar processes. From VZoom, you can also export the data to Hub through file export. Here there's option that you have the dashboard. The difference is that the trajectories and here you can have more selections of the different object to export. In VSIM, all the calculated attribute will be exported, but because in VZoom, there will be large amount of objects and data. So we here can configure what kind of data I want to export to the Hub environment. Okay, and here you can also add the trajectories. This is available for the timetable for the public transportation vehicle journeys. Stops is also available for SPA vehicle and signal heads, ABM, and also DRT related trips. So yeah, so this is the export window for PTV Visum. And similarly, I can show you that once you export the data into the hub, then you can check those are the raw data I uploaded for the Visum for HALA model and also for the SPA model for the different visualization. So now we can get started to create a quick dashboard for Visum. Okay, so now here I can take a look at the zones, for example. I want to create a zone for this Visum HALA example. And I can just choose this one and it will be visualizing for the attribute for employee, the car here. And if you don't like the color display here, what you can do is simply click on the color based on, for instance, the destination of the traffic for different demand segment. I can choose for cars. And then here, then you can specify the colors here. And it will be changing the color based on the, okay, let me maybe change to the, okay, change to the attraction here. So basically then I can configure the colors, invert the palette as well. And then you can also edit the end of the first class and also the step sizes as well. So that you can configure different display, for example, 500. And then here the step size is 300, for instance. Okay, and also the height can be also configured. You can increase the height as well. Can be also based on the percentage or absolute values. And again, if you press Ctrl, then you can rotate it around and check the data. For instance, if you see this attribute has any issues, particular issue that you want your colleague to check, then you can click on this object, and then the selected object will show the current values for the demand of the attraction and also the employed car. I can then left click on the command. I can ask to check the data and also put it into a certain accuracy, whether the value is right or wrong. And then you can see there's a comment bubble showing here in blue. So this is valid for other colleagues to check. Another function is that you can add the filters as well. So you can add the global filters to restrict the display of the data here. So for instance, here I want to show the basically only the zones with demand of home shopping more than 500, for instance. Then here I can add attribute, the attraction, current value, and you can add higher than, for instance, 400. 500. If you then apply, then you can see only the zones who have values more than 500 for the demand stratum of home shopping attraction will be then displayed here. So this is how that you can configure the display of different data. Okay, I can delete the filters. And lastly, you can also share the this dashboard as well. So here there is option share dashboard, and then you can share this with your team viewers. So this will be only sharing this link with the colleagues who is within the dashboard within your organization. But then you can also activate sharing with a public link. So if I copy this one, sharing of a public link, then I can let's say send this to the chat group here. So all of you can basically then see this dashboard I just created because it's a public dashboard. So the benefit is that because sometimes the end client doesn't have the license, or maybe the management want to take a look at the progress, they don't have the license as well, then it's a much easier way to just maybe attach some links for them to take a look at your progress so far. Okay, I will walk you through a few more Visum dashboard display. Because of the time, limitation of time, then we cannot show exactly step by step for each version of the dashboard, but then I can show you what we already created as a demo. So this one is for the mesoscopic simulation, SPA vehicles. So what we can see here is all the mesoscopic related vehicles from 6 o'clock, and then we can speed up to be faster than real time, and then for you to have a better understanding at where congestion normally occurs at what time of day. And then here, this one is showing the average data after the assignment. Basically, you can click on any links and see the volumes for car during this 1 hour assignment in the morning peak hour. It's about 1,400 vehicle, and another link I can click on that. It's about 530 vehicles. And you can also create a list, as I just showed that you can create this kind of a list view or the charts showing the zones with destination car traffic more than 500 or zones which has origin traffic, higher than a certain number. And you can also show the public transportation related data. So here, demo for the Hub webinar. You can take a look at also the PT trajectory, public transportation trajectory. So here, okay, maybe taking a little bit time to load this one. Okay, I'll show you another one. So here we can show you also the OD data. So you can configure to show the top 100 car OD matrix between the different zones with PTV Hub. To show it in PTV Hub, then you can configure the car matrix as a desired line. The OD pairs can be shown here. You can change the colors to be another different colors. And also you can filter whether you want the top 50 instead, for example, instead of the top 100, you probably can also edit it to be the top 50 attractions. And then you can apply and then see this is updated in real time. Other type of visualization potentials, another one interesting is the flow bundle, which means that the flow bundle calculated in your Visum instances can be uploaded to Hub right now. I'm showing you here is also SBA model, so I'm selecting the link here. So I'm seeing, also taking a look at every 10 minutes interval from 6 to 7, so how the traffic has been changing in the network using this particular link. So if I toggle through the analysis time interval, can see that the traffic is coming to the network, and then it's the bar width is getting larger, and then you can see then the traffic is moving from left to right, and then slowly exiting the network as well. Then you can also display at the zone level. So this is related to this particular flow bundle. And then you can also see the traffics moving through the network, and also where do they come from, and what is the destination through the different time intervals. Okay, so that's pretty much about the dashboard in PTV Hub. Another functionality is the PTV Hub is the models, where that you can manage your cloud models, and then you can run the computations on PTV Hub. So you will be having like a supercomputer, like a lot of calculation resources behind you. So you can just keep the model simple on your desktop and then upload the model to calculate on PTV Hub. So for instance, this is the model that's already uploaded. I'm showing again the VSIN model, and also showing the intersection model of, as you can see here, this is also showing the attribute of initial upload, the lastly modified, and also the size of the model and so on. And you can also start calculation of this model. And here I have made a few revisions, so you can see a long list that after I uploaded a few days ago, I have been making some edits on this model. So you can also link this up to open this revision in PTV VSIN. So this is the last revision. You can also restore the revision. For instance, after 2 days, you found out that you shouldn't do this edit. You can also restore this to the previous versions. So it offers you this powerful functionalities that you can work on this kind of cloud models. And this is linked up with the desktop models. And then for the calculation, I can hit start calculation. And here you can see number of run, let's say 3 runs. And I can configure this to run in parallel. Click OK, start. So then you can see that in the background, it starts to download this revision, and they start to calculate 3 simulation runs. And after all this will be completed, then the result will be shown here as well. So that's for PTV Hub model and also possibility to configure the different modifications. Same as in PTV vSIM, you can create modifications and configure different scenarios. So within Hub, you can also add new modifications, and then you can link up this modification with your desktop products. And then save your modification. Then you can configure to create a new scenario. For instance, I want to create a demo, increase traffic 10%, for instance, and then I can link this up with the modification that I created, which increased the traffic input by 10%. If I confirm OK, then you can see I could have different scenarios, for instance, as basic scenarios or existing scenarios or the one with traffic increase. Then you can select all of them and then start the calculation for all these scenarios. And then once the result will be, once the calculation is done, so the status will change to 100%, and then the KPI can be returned for all the scenarios in terms of the travel time, delays, and so on. Okay, so then that's for the model apps. You can take a look. Yes. So back to the slides. Okay, so we will also show you some information about onboarding and packaging of PTV Hub. So what is the customer journey for PTV Hub? So typically, if you buy any PTV Hub desktop subscription, then you can get the PTV Hub cloud functionality for free for the first year because we offer the entry plan for the time limited 1 year as a gift to the customers to test the PTV Hub functionalities. Or possibly to have paid custom plans and have much larger sizes. You can also upgrade the plans to meet the need of the organizations. So it's very easy. And maybe you're interested in the hub dimensions. So the hub dimension is normally differentiated by the number of users, the workspaces, licenses, storage, cloud computation, and that number of dashboards. And in terms of the users, it's unlimited number of users. The number of workspaces and licenses, these are unlimited. So these ones are basically within the limitation and different dimensions, the storage, cloud computation, and dashboard. So for the entry plan, which is free for the first year, the entry plan will allow for 10 gigabyte of storage and about 5 hours per month of cloud computation and about 10 dashboards and 5 public links. So this is a good starting point for you to test and also to try the functionalities, and it's good for the small organizations. For the custom plan, so this is a base premium solution for those who need more functionality, so that you can get started with 200 gigabyte of storage, 10 hours per month of cloud computation, and 20 dashboard for dashboard and public links. And finally, you can also upgrade. So if you want to upgrade, so you always can upgrade to 100 gigabyte or 10 hours, 20 dashboard if you want to upgrade based on the custom plans. So this is the basic functionalities. So we encourage that you can try our basic entry plan first. So that you can get started to test our functionality. We already have customers also in Australia and also in the APAC region, in Malaysia, Singapore, and the different regions. So if you're interested, you can always get in touch with us for the hub trial licenses and also to understand a bit more of how to use it. We also offer hub related trainings as well. So we can give dedicated 1-day trainings to your team on how to use PTV Hub. Okay, so that's all for today's demo and the webinars for PTV Hub. So you can contact us if you have any questions, or if you have any questions now, you can also ask us.
Yep, so there's a Q&A box, or rather the chat box. If anyone has questions, feel free to put them there. I guess there are no questions. So thank you everyone for coming for today's webinar. There's going to be a recording for this. So feel free to distribute it to anyone or keep it for your reference as well. Yeah. So thanks everyone. Thanks David. Thanks Yao for doing this session.
Thank you.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.